Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Craft Race. Winners Edition. If you don't know the rules of this series, it's pretty self-explanatory, but there is the first ever episode over on my channel that you can go and watch and then come back to this one if you want. So we have our winners behind us on our little wheel here. Obviously we're missing one from last episode, and I'm recording this before All Stars 4 has finished, so I don't have that winner up on the board. I'm not sure when this episode's going out. The Christmas series has just come out, and spoiler alert, everyone wins. So I'm not going to bother putting them on the board either. We also still have our mystery spot there, which can be pretty much anything. I obviously know who it is, but you don't. So without further ado, let's spin that wheel. Oh, for f***'s sake, it went on the gap. Right, spin it again. No f***ing way. It's the mystery slot. Oh shit, okay, I wasn't expecting that, right. Okay, so let's have a look to see who it could be, and it is Coco Peru!
It's me, Coco. A friend said to me last night, your home is not children friendly. I said, exactly. Funny plate? Name check.
Now some people might not be familiar with Coco Peru. I think she's quite an iconic drag queen who lives in America and very kind of popular for her wig shape. And she's an older queen. I'm not going to say old, I'm going to say older queen. And she also has her own YouTube channel. And I just find her hilarious. I find her so funny. So we'll jump in and craft her. I do want to have a quick look on the computer just to see if she's got kind of any looks, because I craft from kind of the bust up, and the only thing with Coco that I'm kind of familiar with is the hairstyle, so I don't know whether she's very experimental with makeup or I'm not sure, so we'll have a little look and see what I can find. It's going to be quite difficult because she literally doesn't really change up her look much. It's very neutral. The only way I'm going to make it look like Coco is by getting the wig right and the hair right. That is the only way I'm going to make it look like Coco. I was going to do one with glasses, but I don't think she really tends to wear glasses much. I'll go for this look. I'll just put a selection of looks on screen because she looks the same in all the photos. It's basically a orange flicked out wig, a little bit of lipstick, some lashes, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I don't know why I kind of picked Coco. I love Coco, but she's going to be horrible to craft. I'm going to make pig's ear of this, but we'll jump in and see how it goes. Right, I've got my clay pre-rolled here, just to save us a little bit of time. And I'm going to cut out the shape of her head first. It's quite an oblongish shaped head. And she's got a little bit of a kind of pointed jaw, slightly, a little bit. So let's see if I can get this right. Alright, I think that's good. I think that looks like Coco's head shape. Right, now the main thing that will give Coco her look is her hair. So I need to make sure I get that right. What I find surprising as well is that Coco has never been on Drag Race as like a judge or anything. You would think she'd have been on by now. To be fair though, I think on Drag Race they don't have many kind of drag queen judges. So like they've never had Lady Bunny on, they've never had Coco on, or any other kind of famous queens, which you would think they would want to represent. I know they have the celebrities and stuff, but I would like to see more famous drag queens on. like Coco, because if you've ever watched Dragula, Coco was one of the judges on there. Strangely enough, Willem and I think Alaska was at one point as well. But yeah, I just find it surprising that she's never been asked to be on. Or she might have been asked to be on, she might have rejected it, who knows. Right, this is going to be the kind of start of her hair. It needs to be a fringe. It's kind of square with a little gap just above. So if we go kind of like this, we'll build it up in layers. We'll go like this, and then she has a gap just in between her eyes. Cut that out now, we'll know where our eyes are. So our eyes will be here, nose, and then quite a wide open mouth. And then I need to do the hair flick. The hair needs a bit more volume at the top, because I don't think drag queens particularly like flat hair, do they? Yeah, and let me know in the comments down below if you are familiar with Coco or if you've ever seen her. I've never personally seen her, but I am slightly familiar with her. I think she's very funny. And I know this is kind of craft race and it's about drag queens from Rupaul's Drag Race, but the mystery slot is anyone's game. It can be anyone. And the queen that I kind of feel like I'm most like is Coco. She always seems kind of bothered by things, and I can relate. It's relatable. I need to get this famous flick right. If I don't get this right, then it's not Coco. Apparently she was, I think it was on Hey Queen, a show on YouTube. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not. I think it was anyway, don't quote me on this. But I'm pretty sure she was on there, and she was saying about how she tried to mix up her hairstyle for whatever it was. It might have been a gig or something she was doing, and they basically told her to go and put her normal hair back to her kind of ginger flick, because that's what she was kind of well known for. And I suppose it's nice that you've got a brand, but I can imagine it's quite difficult when you try and mix things up and it just doesn't work really, you know? I suppose it's similar to, if you think about RuPaul, imagine if he came out on the show with like a little green pixie cut or something, you'd be like, what the f happened to Ru? This clay has been so hard to sculpt. I think I've had it a bit too long. I'm getting there, it's just taking a long time. This clay is really stiff. It just does not want to work with us, so it's taking us longer than I thought. Right, that'll do for her hair. I think that kind of, well, looks more like kind of like a little, is it a little Holland girl with kind of clogs and stuff? It's kind of giving me that vibe, but it'll do, it'll do. And I'm not good with noses, so it's just going to be a little thing for a nose. And I learnt my lesson from the last episode, and I'm not going to kind of craft the circles around the eyes, but instead I'm just going to make pupils and I'll paint them on. I think that'll be a lot more successful. She's got a mouth wide open, so I need to do some nice big lips. I feel like I'm making a clown. Oh. I always have good intentions of making it look amazing, and it just doesn't end up going to plan. I'll have to do some serious rescuing with my decorating and my painting once she's been cooked, because right now it's not looking like Coco. Right, now for the bust part, kind of this part I'm looking at, I'm just going to kind of create quite a plain kind of shoulder bit, and then I'm going to add the necklace with this, and then I'll add all the detail and the pattern with the paint. bust part done. I just need to add a necklace now, which is kind of a black circular thing. I'm definitely going to have to buy some better clay because this clay is shit. Absolutely shite. It's so hard to work with. It just keeps breaking up. It's so brittle, but... So I'm blaming the materials. I'm not blaming my skills. Right, there we go. I'm going to cook her in the oven, but I've just looked at the photo. This hair is way too high up. So I'm going to correct that off camera before I put it in the oven, bring it further down and loop it out a bit more, and then we'll be ready to paint. Okay, I'm back and she has been in the oven, she's baked, she's nice and hard, and she's been primed as well. I don't think I got Coco's skin tone right at all. In fact, I know I don't. She is not this childish pink colour. She's a lot more of a kind of whitey, yellowy hue, but that's fine. That's fine. Some added detail and extra colour will rescue this, and I have changed the hair as well. I've brought it down and I've flicked it up to kind of try my best to get it a little bit better, but realistically her hair should have kind of be coming down here. But that clay, if you're using that clay, like seriously, is a nightmare. It's so hard, so I had quite a few issues with it, but we are going to paint her and make her look like Coco now. I think I'll start off with the hair. That is actually a decent orange. It's like a coppery orange. Yeah, this will be nice. Yeah, and I think another reason why I like Coco so much is because I think she has a lot of similarities to kind of British people. She loves attention tamer tea, which, to be fair, it's not a brand I'm familiar with. I've never heard of it before, but it's tea nevertheless, and us Brits love a good cup of tea, so I'm on board with that. And the fact that she's always kind of bothered and annoyed, especially like children in supermarkets and stuff, I can definitely relate. If you've never seen anything kind of Coco's done, if you head over to a YouTube channel after this and have a look at some of her videos, especially the ones where she just goes about a day and does her shopping and stuff, they're so funny, so funny. There's also a really, really good video of her playing Grand Theft Auto. It's so much fun. It's like, imagine kind of your mum trying to play that or something. I'd actually really like to see Coco live. I can imagine she puts on a really good show. Yeah, I was just watching the Christmas special of Drag Race as well a couple of days ago, and I don't know what's everyone... I know this is coming out way after kind of Drag Race. I record well in advance. But what's everyone's thoughts on it? I kind of wasn't sure whether I enjoyed it or not. I don't think I enjoyed it. It felt more like just a massive advert for Rupaul's album and lots of other kind of products and stuff. I know it was just kind of a chilled one, but I think the only thing I enjoyed about it was seeing Sonique again. Sonique looked so hot. Oh, she looked beautiful. And I think that's the only thing I really liked about it, to be fair. And there was lots of pit crew, so, you know, that was nice. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below whether you watched it, whether you enjoyed it, or whether you weren't keen like I was. It just... I know it wasn't a normal episode, but they could have done kind of a lot more with it. I think, anyway, my opinions. Right, hair is complete. Nice and orange. I think it's a little bit more on the orange side than kind of like a copper colour, but it's got good coverage, so I'm happy about that. If you saw the last episode, I had a absolute nightmare with some yellow paint, so at least this is covered well. Now I want to do a teeth, because I'll do a teeth first and then I'll do her lips. I think that makes more sense. You know what? Coco has got amazing teeth. I don't know whether they are actually her teeth or whether they're kind of veneers. But if they are her teeth, then well done, Coco, because they're beautiful. I'll make them look like shit, but they're beautiful in person. Yeah, another little interesting fact about Coco. I'm not sure whether it is a fact because I don't know whether it's true. But I noticed that in like some of the videos, especially her earlier videos on YouTube, they're on Garrett Watts' channel, and obviously if you're familiar with YouTube, you'll be familiar with Garrett Watts. He's kind of the Shane Dawson crew, and he's got his own channel, he does some videos and stuff. But a lot of the Coco videos are actually on his channel, so I assume Garrett Watts was Coco's either editor or cameraman or both at one point. I don't think they are anymore, but at one point they were. Which is, you know, it's interesting to know these things. If they're real. If they're not, then it was pointless. Right, I'll do the eyes while I'm on the white. And yes, if you were looking for kind of perfect interpretation and realism,
you're not gonna find it on this channel.
I've done her eyes really far apart for some reason, but they're looking okay. I'll just add a little bit more here. Oh, and let me know in the comments as well while you're here. Who do you want to fill up the mystery slot on my wheel? Because I need someone else now that it's been filled. Who do you want? It can be anyone. It can be a drag queen. It can be anything, anyone. I'm inclusive on this channel. As long as it, you know, kind of relates to drag, then I'm in, you know? So let me know in the comments and I might use yours, you never know. I am these eyes up something bad. I'm going to stop playing around with them because I'm making them worse and worse. I want to do her lips. When I made this as well, I've kind of made a lip into a chin at the same time. So there's not a lot of definition there, but I'll try and make some with the paint. The lips are done. She is looking more and more like a clown as I paint this, so I apologise in advance, Coco. The raised dot's going to be the pupil, so that's going to be black. I just need to add around the outside the blue. There we go. Not bad. No, not bad. Not bad, not good. Right, now I think I just need to go in with the black on here, the necklace, the eyelashes, a little definition around the eyes, the pupils, and I might even try and create some nostrils this time. So I'll just wash my brush and then I'll be back. I'm back. Right, now I need some black. Right, so I need to do the pupils. Yeah, and obviously I tried to send these to the queens that I'm crafting, so I'll try and send this to Coco. But if you watched the last episode, I don't want to spoil who it ended up being if you haven't seen it. So if you go watch that one, but I couldn't find that person's address. I tried, I looked everywhere. I couldn't even find her drag daughter's address either. So unfortunately, or fortunately, it's still sat in the studio because I just couldn't figure out where to send it. And you would think kind of all the drag queens would have like a PO box or kind of a fan mail address or something, but not all of them do. But if you've seen the last episode of Craft Race on my channel and you know that person's address or a way of sending it to them, then let me know, because I would still like to send it to them if I can. And hopefully I can find Coco's address, whether she's got a fan mail address or something, so I can send her this terrifying portrait. Turn around. Oh, that thing's easier. Right. Right. And then... oh dear. That eye is so wonky. She's got one eye looking straight on and the other's like, bonk. I think she's done. Let me have a proper look. Hey, you know what? I am actually not mad at this. It looks a bit scary, it looks a bit terrifying, but after my last one, I think I've made improvements. So I'll put an image of the kind of picture I was going for. And then this is what she ended up looking like. And she's okay. I think she's alright. I'm going to add a little bit of detail and maybe add some areas where it's a bit thin. Add a couple of extra coats, but I don't think it's as bad as the last one. I am improving. No, I think I'm going to pat myself on the back. Literally, I think I've done a really good job, and she's not perfect, but I get Coco from this. So I'll try and hunt out Coco's address so I can send it to her. And if Coco ever does see this and you love what I've made you, then you are more than welcome, Coco. I'm really happy you enjoyed it. If you hated it, then I'm really sorry. But I will leave a link kind of on the end screen of this video to Coco's channel, and definitely make sure to check out a few of her videos because they're hilarious. They're so much fun. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any other episodes. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!